everyone, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be working with this Easter egg die. This is actually an Easter egg die that makes an A2 shaped card. So it's a card shaped like an Easter egg, and it is A2 in size, and this is the Stamps of Life product. This, I believe, is going to be featured on HSN, so if you like this product, you'll need to head over there and do a search for the Stamps of Life and see if you can find it on the HSN website. Now this product, I cut one of the layering pieces out, and I just want you to show you how fun it is. So when these two pieces are die cut together, so you have the outer egg with the inner, with the pattern, it's going to give you a fun pattern just like this. And this can actually be layered onto cardstock, and you can create quite a simple Easter egg, and then you can make your A2 size card base, which we'll do all of that. But I just wanted to show you what this design is, and what's also fun about this is that you can also die cut this out of different color cardstock and piece in other colors if you wanted to. So if you wanted to do a more simple egg, you can just have the 2 layers of cardstock like this, or you can have other colors brought in here and just layer on top. And that's what we're gonna do today. So I have a piece of pattern paper, and this is from the Spring Basics collection. And I've already have double-sided adhesive on the back of this. And I want my outside portion, this portion, to be die cut with pattern paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and layer these up. And once I have these dies layered perfectly, so make sure that the center one is layered perfectly within the larger one. So we'll add washi tape to that, run that through our die cut machine. And when that comes out of the die cut machine, just remove the die with your washi tape, and it will cut out that fun pattern. Now I do want you to notice that all of these other little pieces, these are here as well. So you can actually save these, and you can use these to piece in on another card. So let's say, for example, I wanted to use this purple piece. I can come back in and just layer these pieces in here just like that. Isn't that fun? So I'm definitely gonna save these pieces, but for right now, I'm working with this piece. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and be able to layer that right on like that, and then I will die cut some other colors and piece those back in here. But before I do that, I'm going to ink up my edges. So I'm going to take my cherry ink, and I'm just going to add some ink just to add some dimension to the sides, and I'll do that all the way around this Easter egg. I'm also going to come in here and just put some ink on the tips of these pieces as well, and then we'll turn that over and we'll do the same thing to the other side. So once I have that all inked up, I'm going to remove my backing here. Now this is all a sticker, so this will just stick directly onto this egg. Now remember, that white piece was die cut out of this die, okay? This is the smaller round die that we used to layer these pieces together, okay? So once you have that, you'll be able to just adhere those two together like that. Isn't that pretty? And then we're gonna find some other paper. I'm gonna use solid color cardstock this time because I don't wanna have too many designs. I already have the dots, so now we're gonna go with something solid. So now I'm gonna take a piece of ocean cardstock. I did put the double-sided adhesive on the back. I think these colors go really nicely together. And I'm gonna layer these dies up again, add my washi tape, and run that through the die cut machine. So now when this comes out of the machine, look what I have. I have all these fun pieces again. So I can technically make another egg if I wanted to do the reverse and have all of the ocean pieces plugged in here, and then have these pieces plugged into the ocean egg. That would be that would be really neat as well. So I can have 2 eggs made from one project, right? So we'll go ahead and take these pieces off, and then these pieces we're gonna plug in here just like that. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the double-sided adhesive backing. So I went ahead and ran that die through again using the lemonade cardstock, and I am going to use the dots on the lemonade cardstock to fill in the dots on the piece that I'm creating. and that will just add a little bit more color. And I just love this. This is such an easy way to paper piece. Just die cut them out of 3 different colors and piece in the colors that you want. And isn't that so pretty? I think that turned out so beautiful. I love those 3 colors together. So here I'm gonna stamp out this little egg. This is from the Eggs for Easter stamp set. So I'm just stamping it onto some lemonade cardstock with some black ink. And then I'm gonna stamp his eyes and nose. And then I'm gonna cut it out. So I'm just gonna use my scissors and I'm just gonna fussy cut this out. Next, I'm gonna come in with my sunshine ink and I'm gonna add some sunshine ink to the edges. And remember, this is the lemonade cardstock, but I'm coming in with a darker ink just because I wanna add some more contrast here. And I'm covering up a little bit more on the wings to give it a little bit more color. Next, I die cut a grass die out of the kiwi cardstock, and I'm just gonna put some ink along the edges here. Now, this die is from the Step Up card base from the Stamps of Life. If you wanted to do the same look as me, you can do any grass die that you want. I think I'm gonna go ahead and layer these since it's long enough. So I'm just gonna measure how long I'm going to need and then just trim off part of this. So now I'll remove the double-sided adhesive backing. So I did put double-sided adhesive tape on this. It'll just be easier for me to apply this with the tape rather than having to put glue on it. Now before I add that, I need to add the legs. And what I've done is I die cut another one just that doesn't have the double-sided adhesive just for placement, so I could see where I need to add the legs when I add my little chick. So I think that'll be good if I add it about there. So let me go ahead and add the legs directly onto I'm adding them directly onto the egg. Okay, so that way you could see him standing there. Let me close that up before I get that everywhere. And then we'll go ahead and add the grass. All right, so now we'll add this one. Now, the key thing here is when you're adding this other layer, you have to make sure that it's covering the bottom. So you need to get it as far down as you can to cover the bottom of that egg, because you don't want the egg showing there. You just want the grass showing. So go ahead and add that. And then we're gonna flip that over and we are just going to cut around this. So next we're gonna add this little chick. We're gonna make sure he has double-sided adhesive on the back just to make him stand up a little bit. Next I stamped out the words Spring Greetings. And those words are from the Words for Wreath stamps, and I stamped them out with some storm ink, and then I just cut them down to size, and I'm just going to add some cherry ink to the edges, and then we'll add these to the front of the card. Next, we're gonna create a card base, so I'm gonna go ahead and fold down the middle of the cardstock, and I'm just using a white card base, and I'm going to take my large die. I'm going to place the cardstock so that it's immediately to the right of the die. Now if I wanted to open it from the top, I would place my cardstock like this, and you can see that the cardstock is below the die. But I'm going to go ahead and open it from the side. I want the card base to actually open from the side. And we'll tape that down, run that through the die cut machine. So when that comes out of your die cut machine, I want you just to notice that here's your card base, but it does cut part of it off. So it's not like you can just stick this on the front and be done, because then you have this flat edge. So what you're gonna do is you're going to take that same die, run it through again on just a solid piece of white cardstock, and then that will go right on top of the card base, and then you'll see it will be completely round. So what we're gonna do is we are going to glue down this piece. So this is just the single egg. This is the largest egg die in the set. And we'll glue that down directly to the card base, and it should line up perfectly. Okay. So that just helps fill in that cut off side. And then if you did it on the top, if you die cut it on the top, your top part's gonna be cut off. Now you can just layer your decorated egg right on top. And there's our card. Isn't that cute? So it's shaped like an Easter egg. So here are the 2 cards that I made with the Easter egg folded from the Stamps of Life. So with this one, I just took the extra pieces that I had when I die cut this pattern paper and I plugged those in, and I used the ocean cardstock for the actual egg. I did not include any of the dots because I wanted to keep it simple and just use the white coming in from the Easter egg layer underneath. And I wanted to stick with white because there are some white dots on these little design pattern paper. And then I just added a ribbon, and I used the Pretty Daisy dies here. I did use some of the 3D ink in the center just to add some dimension there. And I did not glue this all the way to the bottom, so the flower has some dimension as well. So it's pretty simple egg. If you wanted to put a sentiment on there, you can. That's up to you. I will have all of the products listed down in the description box, so if you see anything that interests you, you can take a look down there. And if you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe for more card making tutorials. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.